It was time for the last World Tour stage race ahead of the Giro D'Italia. The Tour of Romandie, 6 stages long, and starting with a prologue time trial around the streets of Lausanne, 5.12 kilometres. It was going to be a fast and furious affair, one for the puncheurs and the TT specialists. Not too much elevation at all, and the first rider to set a very, very quick time and light up the leaderboard was Felix Groschartner with a time of 6:02, just in excess of 50 k's an hour. The Austrian climber setting one of the best performances ever in a time trial for him. Next up off the ramp for the Ineos Grenadiers, British time trial champion Ethan Hayter, surely one of the favourites, and the time he was setting out on the course was very, very impressive indeed. His effort visible, and coming into the finishing straight, stamping on the pedals for the last time. He absolutely exploded the time of Felix Groschartner to move himself into the lead by 9 seconds. Rowan Dennis, the next rider to challenge, didn't quite have enough in the tank, was 4 seconds slower than the British rider, and then it was the turn of Alexander Vlasov of Bora Hansgrohe, surely one of the favourites for the overall classification in this race. He started out very, very quick indeed. Next up, Ben O'Connor, 4th overall in last year's Tour de France, and already a winner of the stage of the Tour of Catalonia. Coming into the finish though, Vlasov finished in the 16th position, 18.41 slower than Ethan Hayter. Out on course, Ben O'Connor was looking very, very good, but didn't quite have enough to beat the time of Hayter or of Alexander Vlasov. But still, amongst the GC contenders, that was a very, very solid ride. Next up, Remy Cavania, the former French TT champion, one of the nailed-on favourites for the prologue, but by his own standards, had a relatively disappointing day and finished in 16th place at the time he crossed the line, just under 49 k's an hour. And then it was the turn of the defending champion, winner of this race in 2021, Tour de France champion, of course, Geraint Thomas, one of the most experienced riders in the field, already with a 4th place in a time trial to his name in Itzulia, was setting a very, very fast time out on course, 3rd quickest at the first intermediate check for the Welshman, fighting all the way to the line, but coming in to the very short finishing straight, didn't quite have enough power to take the time of his teammate, but good enough at the end of the day for 4th place to the classement at the end of the day. Ethan Hayter will be the rider that pulls on the first yellow and green jersey of the Tour de Romandie, just ahead of Rowan Dennis. 3rd place, good ride by the Austrian Felix Groschartner. Then we had Geraint Thomas, Max Schachmann, Matteo Sobrero, Ethan Vernon, Jorg Steinhauser, Maro Schmidt and Jan Ayuso. So an absolutely superb ride by Ethan Hayter, the British champion, showing off those stripes to devastating effect. 2nd win of the year, most importantly, it was his first ever World Tour win, and will move into stage 1 of this race in the leader's jersey. So make sure you join us for the first road stage of the 75th edition of the Tour of Romandie. It should be an absolute cracker.